Hello, this is Victor. I'm here doing the second part of the painting tutorial of Glaurio Ven Alten third, I think it's called, Ven Alten the third. Okay, so we are going to paint this guy, and now, in this part we are going to try to paint it to the end. So I will start with the parts that are more difficult to access, and these are the trousers. And to highlight the trousers, I'm going to go easy, and I'm going to use Fenrisian Grey. Okay, now Fenrisian Grey, and very little of this, to be fair. And I will use as well let me find it. Not this one, no. I'm going to use this one, Glaze. This one I also need very little. I'll put a little bit more because I will use it later on. So I'm starting with the Fenrisian. A mistake I did there. And now I'm going to take a little bit of the Glaze here, put in some water because it's a little bit thick. Now we take Fenrisian, and I have as well some of this, my palette, that Reaper, so I'm going to use it a little bit. I thin it down. Just to help me, especially this fold, I want to soften a little bit the transition. Okay, what I will do next? I'm thinking I will work on this part here because I need to do a wash there, and I'm going to use this one, Casandora Yellow. And I will do try not to dirty the armor. Okay. Something like that. we wait that this dries. And what I'm going to do next, I think I'm going to work on the leather. Okay, so I'm going to use XV88. I'm going to go very stark on the highlights, and I will do some scratches on the leather, and then we are going to glaze it to make it less visible. It's a technique I'm using when I'm doing leather, and I think it works quite nicely. The other option is just go very thin, but I will use this technique now. So I'm going to apply this on the parts where I want to highlight. Okay, you can see it's very stark, very visible. But later on we are going to use the contrast Snakebite leather to make this. And you can add some scratches if you want, that we are going to make them more discreet later on. Okay, we can add some. Okay, so we are going to add this. It's just to add some color variation to the leather. You don't want to do too much, in a way. I want to show all the details. We have a small buckle there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the other boot and on the belt, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so we have done all the scratches and highlights there on the boots as well. I did very soft on the sword and on the belt. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Snakebite leather, and we are going to glaze it, or use it as a glaze over the leather. So I'm going to take this one, and we don't want to put that much, and we're going to go over. You can see that now is much less visible. That is what you want, eh? You want more subtle scratches. You can thin it down if you want. If you thin it down, it will be less pacifying, and it will leave. I'm taking some water and just thinning down with water. Very easy. And you use it like a glaze. Be careful not to dirty anything when doing that. Okay, and we will do this device. I'm going to do the same on this. On this and on the bell. And now that we are doing that, I was thinking how to tackle this thing, and I think I'm going to use Aggaros Dunes on the ornament. So I'm going to take Aggaros Dunes, okay, and I'm going to apply it here. Okay. Take your time. I'm not using one of my best brushes to do that, but I'm using a thin brush that is quite thin, so I can have some control where I put Aggaros Dunes. We have this type of, I think it's, yeah, it's like tentacles of hair. Sorry. Okay. Let's weight this device. Okay. Now I'm going to start working on the face, and I'm going to use white. Okay, and with white I'm going to do the eyes. Remember that we have applied Nuln Oil. For Nuln Oil is better than using black. Because it will help you to see the eye even better. You can see like that is okay. This one is quite tricky because we have the pistol in the way. Okay, and we have it there. And now I'm going to use Corvus Black. Put some fresh Corvus Black on my palette. We are going to do okay, and I failed there clearly. Here I did what I wanted. There I need to correct with white. There. Take a little bit of white. Now it's better. Okay, now I'm going to use excuse me. I'm going to use Cadian Fleshtone. Okay. The Xereus Fleshstone I have, it's almost dead. I'm going to use Kislev Flesh. I also want some Bugman's Glow, if in case I need to do some deep shades. This is interesting for lips, for example. There's also another color that I have almost dead, but we can rescue some. And I'm going to use as well Flayed One Flesh. Here it is. I know these are a lot of colors to the skin, but okay, what we are going to do, first I'm going to take Bugman's Glow and I'm going to go under the eye. And I will reduce a little bit the black shade there. I will do the same on the other side. Okay. And I will use the same Bugman Glow use first Cadian Fleshtone to go there on the upper lip. I will use a little bit of Bugman's Glow. Now I'm going to use Cadia to clean up around the mustache. It went a little bit too thick, the mustache. Okay, and now I'm going to use Kislev to start doing some highlights. We'll apply it here on the cheeks. Here and there. I will combine now, I will use Cadia here to give more shady aspect. Okay, and we can use Corvus Black to do the eyebrows. And again, don't worry if you go too thick, because you always can thin it. Okay, and we use Cadian Fleshtone to thin it and to eliminate the there is some excess. The other thing I like to use, I want to do the shaved effect on the head. Okay, so I'm going to use this grey first, Administratum Grey, and I'm going to apply it here around the hair. Because I'm imagining that he's shaving his hair like that. Okay, and you can see I go quite thin, try to keep it translucent in purpose. Let me just remove it from here because I have problems to be on camera because of the handle. And now it's much easier. Okay, we do something like that. And then I'm taking Kislev Flesh and I will go next to it and I will blend it a little bit at the end and mix it. To make it look. And here I have a problem because there was a small defect when I was clipping. You can do two things. I will do one thing here. I will apply like if he has a scar there. So I will take Bugman's glue and I will apply like if there is a scar. I will use Cadian. Okay, you can give the sensation of a small scar there. I'm going to take the grey now and make it like that, and I will take and mix it a little bit with Kislev, and you can do this part here going down from there. And I think like that it's looking quite interesting. I think the eyebrows give a lot of personality. Now I'm just highlighting. Trying to make it the skin a little bit more pale. Okay. It's almost looking like a pirate at this point. Putting some shade there. But I think like that. And now we can even add a little bit of this way. I had the Flayed One Flesh. Just a little bit. It will make the skin look a little bit shiny. Put it here on the ears. And now we'll take a little bit of the grey. This, yes, you work it to the taste, okay? I want to go a little bit here closer to the ear. Like that. Quite happy how it looks like. And just to finalize, we want to highlight a little bit the hair, so I'm going to use another grey. I'm going to use this one, Daenstone, to highlight the hair and the. So I'm taking some. I don't have it in my palette, but I think it's too dry. Let's see if I can, because I don't need too much, to be fair, and I don't need it to be super thin, but for what I wanted. Okay. You can even almost use the dry brushing technique, but I will just take, for example, here this one, and I will do like that. Okay, and here. You don't need to do more. On the mustache, you don't want to put too much. And here on the beard, I'm just applying a little bit, and like that should be enough, more than enough. Now I'm going to wash the armor, and here I'm hesitating until now, and I'm still not sure what to do with this glossy, because you need to shade that, and I think at the end I will use very little amount of the glossy Nuln Oil. Okay. This Earth shade, Reikland, and I don't know where I put the gloss Nuln Oil, because I use it recently. The classic Nuln Oil. Okay. Okay, here we have the gloss Nuln Oil. And be careful, because this can give a strange finishing sometimes. So I just want to be very careful how I apply that. You don't want to put too much, just enough to do the shading. Okay, and remember, the comb have like a gloss finishing. Okay, like that, and then I will do the same. Here I don't want to use the gloss Nuln Oil, because the risk is that it can create strange shades. So here I'm going to use Gryph Charger on the front armor plate. because then it's helping me to create the shade against, so I can pull it against the white without risk, and also against the purple. So we'll give the nice shading that I need there. I will do the same here. And like that I will have a nice and glossy finishing. You can see here I have this glossy finishing, and I think will look good. I'm quite happy like that. Okay. Next step, I'm going to work on the purple, or on the violet, and I'm going to work first on the lighter one, and here I'm going to use mainly Genestealer Purple and Dechala Lilac. I have these both colors on my white palette. Maybe I will need to pick up some more, but what I'm going to do, I will start always with Genestealer Purple. This was the base color. I just want to ensure that I have the base color nicely applied. Remember, we have applied the white, and then it's a little bit darker, and then I take the Dechala Lilac and I go over, doing a little bit of edge highlighting like that. Again, I take here Genestealer first, and now we take the Dechala Lilac, and if you do a small mistake like here, they went into the shade, I take Xereus Purple and like this. Dechala Lilac, just on the edge. Then there on the top, I'm going to use a little bit of Xereus Purple. Okay, now the Dechala Lilac. Okay, and now I'm going to put Lilac here. And I will use Genestealer Purple. And now I'm going to highlight the jacket. For the jacket I will use as well, I will use Xereus Purple, and I will even use Naggaroth Night for the shades. Okay, so I will start with Naggaroth Night. I like to start with the shades, and I want to make this part a little bit darker. Then we will start with Xereus Purple. It don't make a big difference because this was the base color. Now I'm taking Genestealer Purple. I need to put some more Genestealer Purple into my... The one I have is not in good shape. Take some Genestealer Purple. We also need to be careful. We need to do this on the back as well. Okay, but let's do this later. I get rid of Genestealer Purple and now I'm going to use Xereus. There. Genestealer. Xereus. Then you can always do in some places edge highlight with the Dechala. Again, to ensure that this line is dark. Let's do the back. So I try to do the upper part of the fold. Here I will do well this way. I'm painting basically with Genestealer Purple now. Now I'm going to take again Naggaroth Night. I'm going to dilute a little bit Naggaroth Night, and I'm going to do the sleeve here that is underneath. It should be quite opaque. Now what we can do is let's put it on the sleeve, just enhance some of the folds with the Dechala Lilac. Okay, we are going to do a sleeve in the upper part. But at this point, we are going to finalize now the jacket. Okay, so we do all in the same way, with the same colors, and we try just to make to show the detail of the jacket and to make the color to pop up a little bit. But the techniques we're going to use is mainly wet blending or layering. In some cases I'm layering, in some cases I'm blending. And then I will do this, as you have seen on the jacket. And I'm back for the next step. Okay, next I'm going to use silver again, and we are going to clean up the armor plates that we have, these ones here, the segmented ones, to make them more visible, not more visible, sorry, more shiny. Okay, and we are going to touch the rivets. Like that. We are going as well to apply this with the shine of the buckle. And then it happens like that we have a little bit of, we take a little bit of Corvus Black, and we apply around. Okay, now I'm going to change the brush. These cheap Chinese brushes, all of them have the tip tilt after using them quite a lot. Okay. I will do the other parts of the armor like that, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to use white, and we are going to do some accents, highlights on the gloves. We are going to do like that. Okay, I'm going to do the other glove. Now we are going to with some passion. We can add some. You don't need to do all of them. I'm doing the ones that may do more sense to do. Or you can even go random. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on all the 4 parts, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, I have done the white, sorry, and now I'm going to use Iriel yellow. We'll use Fleshshade yellow, better, a little bit bright, and we are going to do some highlights on the yellow. And this will be almost the last step. With that we are going to finalize. But it will be one thing. I will do it now before the yellow, because I don't want to forget. We have the pistol. Let me remove it from the base. Now we are going to like that. And now the Fleshshade yellow, as I was saying, I will start with the coat. What I want to do is to add highlights. And on this type of roads is going to be more tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just do like that, with not too much pain. It's not that by brushing, so don't do the brush, but I remove the excess of pain and I try to apply very little pressure, so I can do this just a little bit. You don't need to do more. Then here on the sleeve, the sleeves, you can see that we have a little bit of white, so in that case I will take a little bit of the Naggaroth Night right there. Realize that I'm forgetting the mirror, so I will do something on the mirror. Okay. Now on the mirror, I'm going to do a wash very carefully with Reikland Fleshshade. Not this one, sorry, this one, Reikland Fleshshade. It's quite a big surface, so you want to have some shadings. Okay. And now it's done. So here we have Glaurio ready to go into the core city. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give a like if you have liked it, share if you think other people can be interested, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.